Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'll be doing an unboxing of Warhammer Quest Silver Tower by Games Workshop, which is of course a newer version of the classic Warhammer Quest by Games Workshop. It's a cooperative game, has lots of cool miniatures, cool artwork, so let's quickly open up the box and see what's inside. Alright, so let's take a look at the box. Warhammer Quest Silver Tower. We've got some amazing art on the cover here, all kinds of things going on. There's the heroes here fighting the monsters. There's the dwarf in the back here. There's all kinds of creatures that they're fighting. And of course, if you're familiar with the Warhammer world, you'll probably recognize a lot of them straight away. I'm not too familiar with it. I did play some of the classic Warhammer games, the board games, that is, not the tabletop games. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Really, really dynamic, nice looking piece of art. On the back of the box, you'll have the game all set up. There's a game in progress, basically, with the miniatures on it, cards that the players use. There's some dice. Of course, there's plenty of miniatures here. So it doesn't really say any number of players that I can discover on the box or how long it takes. I guess we'll have to find out. So let's open up this box and see what's inside. All right, so as expected with Games Workshop, we get a lot of sprues for all of those miniatures. So we are going to have to put all of these together ourselves. So that's a lot of really small pieces. So that's going to be quite a project. But yeah, that is, of course, you know this when you're buying games by Games Workshop. Putting together these minis is technically part of the hobby, I guess. But if you're looking for a miniatures board game and you want pre-assembled miniatures, do not get a game by Games Workshop, because you'll have this. So yeah. There's a lot of tiny parts on the sprues. Some of these, you know, these goblins here, they're one part, oh no, they're actually two part pieces. They do have halves, but they're pretty easy to assemble. But some of these are a lot more difficult. And we have a bag of bases, of course, because you want to base all of your minis, so you have to glue them on. So we have those. There's a couple of loose bags in here, bases. I don't know why. Maybe they had not enough in the bag. You have these small dice in different colors. They're just standard D6s in different colors. So they're the smaller kind. And we've got a bunch of cards. So yeah, really cool art on the back there. Look at that. That looks really cool. So let's take a quick look at these cards. All right, so this is a card for the Griff Hound. So basically a creature. You can see a painted version of it here. Tells you what the Griff Hound does. There's a behavior table with the dice you need to roll, and its attributes here: moving, vigor, and agility. And then there's some of these room cards. So you have the Searing Beams and the Fires of Tzeentch, Spore Cave. So these are all the map tiles, basically. Just like in classic Warhammer Quest, you draw a card and that's the next room that you reveal. So that looks pretty nice and full color. And there's plenty of these. Just regular paths as well, you know, the way divides. You have 3 exits. Here's a junction as well. And some of these are special rooms. And it tells you what that room does underneath. So there's plenty of those. So that means there's a lot of tiles as well, which is pretty cool. Then we have another deck of cards, larger cards, for the heroes, I assume. Really cool painted miniatures photographed on the back there. So let's open this up as well. All right, so there we go. The golden boy here is the Knight Questor. So has its attributes here. spots for dice, I guess, with a picture of the actual painted mini on the back. That's really nice. I like that they did that, and that's not a generic background. The Dark Oath Chieftain, basically the barbarian, again with the art on the back. Sweet looking miniature there as well. The Mist Weaver Sai. There's the mini. We have the Tenebrael Shard. There is the mini. Excelsior War Priest. There he is, raising the Warhammer, holding a book. And the Fire Slayer Doom Seeker, or that maybe that's his name. Kind of sounds like a name. So we have that guy. Looks like a berserker dwarf. It's pretty cool. So we have those hero cards. It's pretty nice. We have a small, or a deck of small cards, I should say. So let's open that up. So these are supposedly the treasure cards, and there's, I think, two kinds. So we have a blue deck and a purple deck. So let's take a look. It technically just has a name. It's a vial of thick red liquid. So your surge deck, your treasure deck. So you gain items that you can use. So yeah, there's no pictures on it, unfortunately. It's just text. Would have been nice if it had actual art of whatever it is that you're finding. And then these blue ones with the opened eye on the back. I guess those are more powerful. So we have those as well. Again, with just text on them. And no art. All right, then here's another base. We have the books, which are also shrink wrapped, so let's open that up. So first we get this little card that tells you that there's an app, and you can enhance your adventure with the Warhammer Quest My Hero Companion app. All right. Then there's the assembly guide that tells you how to assemble all of the minis. It's going to be a bit of a search. They are coded, so I hope that will be clear on the sprue as well. So yeah, just how you put everything together basically. All right, so we have that. We have a guidebook and an adventure book. So the guidebook, read this first, and an adventure book, don't read until instructed. I kind of do want to look through it, so I'm going to just really, it's mostly text and some, okay. So basically this is the quests book, the adventure book. All right, so in the guidebook, we have, of course, the rules, really nice images of painted minis. They are really good at doing that. Legends of the Silver Tower. Setting up the game, you know, all the things you need, all the cards, etc., all the tokens, the dice. Here are all the miniatures in this game, assembled and painted. How a round works. The first round is explained here. The rounds and phases. So you have the Destiny phase, the Hero phase, Hero's turn. Actions you can take. Exploring, moving, recuperating. We've got Destiny dice. And yeah, like I said, as you can see, you're putting the dice on those spots on your card. You got wounds, attacking. And it's quite a hefty rule book. There's the adversary phase, of course. And then later rounds, what happens, further rules. You can gain skills. There's multiple exits and dead ends. I really like how this is given form. It really looks nice. Lots of cool art. Other adventures in the adventure book. That's your guide as you journey through the Silver Tower. All right. Interesting. The ongoing quests. There it tells about the app. Here's a bit of background of all the heroes. So that's a little bit of lore there, which is pretty cool. The denizens of the Silver Tower, all the monsters you'll encounter. The Gaunt Summoner. Familiars. Some of these monsters. Skaven, we have Skaven 2. Tsangors, Grot Scutlings. Horrors, Keurig Acolytes, and what they do. And here's a reference page on how a round works. So yeah, hoping that is very convenient during the game. And lastly, there's a bunch of punch boards here and some bigger bases for bigger monsters. So I'll put these aside as well. And a Ziploc bag for the tokens that are on these punch boards, so you can store those. So let me open this up as well. Okido. So here we go. This is the board that has those 2 decks of cards. We saw it in the rule book, and it apparently keeps track of the rounds, I guess, and you can put dice there, it seems. So that's an interesting thing. Might be an interesting mechanism in the game. You have all these wound markers there. That token over there looks really nice. I do like the colorful art on all of these, and they are double-sided as well. So that looks really, really nice. So we'll punch those. There's several more rooms here. Looks like they come out very easily. The big ones are so heavy they're already falling out. So yeah, we have all of these things, these shards. Looking really nice, double-sided. Oh, there goes another one. So yeah, really nice and glossy surface, as you can see. Very colorful. This looks cool. All these crystals. More rooms here and some other tokens over there. And on the back, we've got these rooms. So that's pretty cool. And then the 4th board, final board, are these rooms. Some more of these damage tokens. And those are all the rooms. This one isn't double-sided, this room. That's kind of weird. Guess they didn't need another tile. So that's that. Otherwise, the box does not have any kind of insert, which is also pretty common for Games Workshop. So you're just gonna have to fit it in somewhere, which is also a bit of a difficult task, since, you know, after you've put together all of those miniatures, you kind of have to hope that they still fit in here, which might be a problem for the big guy that is supposed to go in this space. It does fit in vertically though, so I guess you'll have to make a space somewhere for that. Maybe build your own insert. Sadly, it doesn't come with one. So yeah, that's a bit of a minus point there. But otherwise, that was everything that's in the box. And so that was my unboxing of Warhammer Silver Tower by Games Workshop. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you hit the bell icon, you'll also get notified whenever I upload a new video. Please also consider becoming a Patreon saint to my channel by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video, which will take you to my Patreon page, and you can support me for as little as just $1 a month, and is greatly appreciated. You'll get access to all of my Patreon exclusive videos, as well as your name in the credits of all of my videos here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.